Corrections officers have one of the hardest jobs in America.
Surveillance video captured it all. A city correction officer slashed in the face by a prisoner he was trying to protect. A vicious, relentless assault, all of it on surveillance video.
Tonight, news of 2 more attacks against correction officers at Rikers Island.
All of a sudden, an inmate started to punch the guard over and over again.
And a security camera captured the attacks, which happened on the same day, the day before Thanksgiving.
Yet, in spite of the sacrifices you make, you're constantly disrespected. But to sit here and hear this man mum to this man that he's a piece of shit, you don't call somebody that represents a large body of people a piece of shit. You don't do that. So time and time again, our corrections officers are being accused of a culture of violence. Yet, these same politicians say corrections officers are better qualified with the 16 and 17-year-olds to work with them. This is the double talk and hypocrisy we're sick of from politicians. While I'm for raise the age, it has to be done right. And like most things from Albany and City Hall recently, like nitre and closing Rikers, the people most impacted by the implementation were not consulted. There's been so much focus by the mayor and politicians who've been bought off by big real estate on closing Rikers Island. They even impaneled a bunch of real estate millionaires to explain to the public why they needed to do it.
The facts and the data and the research led it to be a solid, very clear recommendation that Rikers had to be shut down.
Yet never once worrying about safety, the safety of the officers or even the inmates. Is that what you call safety? How about this, a deep cut? They call this a $150. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Many of these same politicians who are in a rush to close Rikers Island have now created an unsafe working environment. So you can take that word pipeline out of the phrase school to prison pipeline because the prison is only a few steps away.
This is the latest correction officer to be rushed to the hospital just after 4 this afternoon inside the Horizon Juvenile Center in the Bronx. A teenage inmate allegedly grabbed his radio and hit him in the head with it. Earlier in the day, in a separate incident, 20 COs were injured in a massive brawl in the classroom area of Horizon when 2 rival gangs clashed. A Pix 11 source sent us these photos from inside the center, and our cameras captured 3 vans taking officers to the hospital.
Hi there, I'm Tony Herbert, and I'm running for New York City Public Advocate, and I'm sending this message directly to you, the corrections officers. Over the last few years, you've had to endure some of the worst political leadership and decisions in the history of this great city. And I know for many of you, it feels like no one has heard your cries, but I have. In a few short weeks, you'll have an opportunity to send a message to these same politicians who are coming back to do more harm to you, who will try to tell you it'll be different if you vote for me this time, while they continue to show no concern for you and your family. With your participation and vote, you get the opportunity to show them why you are the boldest. I challenge the mayor and I challenge the city council. I need you to do one thing for me. Take off your damn suits and ties, put on a corrections officer uniform, and stand on those chairs and see what they go through.
This ad paid for by friends of Tony Herbert.
You can help the campaign by donating and volunteering. Just go to herbertfornyc.com. That's Herbert, the number 4, NYC.com.